Hi and welcome back to D&D Reviews. I'm the daughter.
And I'm the dad.
And grab some popcorn because today we are talking about weapons.
Ooh.
This is a true story that happened in my town. So this one Wednesday is like a normal day for the whole school. But today was different. Every other class had all their kids. But Mrs. Gandy's room was totally empty. And you know why? Because the night before, at 2:17 in the morning, every kid woke up, got out of bed, walked downstairs, and into the dark. And they never came back.
I don't understand at all. Why just her classroom? Why only hers?
Where are our children?
We have a lot of emotional parents here. I think it's best if you keep some distance from this place.
Matthew, where are you? Where did you go?
This is where the story really starts.
Which is the new horror movie we just saw yesterday, last night. Very excited to talk to you about it. So go see it, come back, because we're going to be spoiling. How did you enjoy Weapons?
I thought, and I think, that Weapons is the best horror film I've seen in a long time.
Really?
A long, long time. And
Wow.
I think it could win an Oscar. Not
Okay.
necessarily, or certainly be up for an Oscar. I thought the cinematography was beautifully done. I love the tracking shots, the headshots, when you're face to face with Mrs. Gandy, especially when she goes through the off license.
Yeah, that's
and you get that scurrying movement
That's
in the background.
That's good.
That she does that more than once when they follow her through the off license.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Because she does it at the start, and then when the wife, Donna, I think her name is,
Donna.
follows her in there. I thought it was great.
I enjoyed it too. I mean, we saw the trailer for this a lot, and it was not what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
It's actually, we are spoiling it, so obviously,
it was better than I thought
but it's a supernatural movie, and for some reason, I had thought that it was going to be a not cult, but it was going to be something that wasn't
something
quite
different.
there.
Yeah.
I think it's because, I mean, a lot of movies do this, but they kept saying, this is a true story that happened in my town. And I was thinking, oh, maybe this is actually a true story that happened. But obviously it's a supernatural movie, so it's different to what I expected. But it's being described as a mystery horror, which I think is pretty good because, the whole thing in this, I mean, the tagline, literally, last night at 2:17 a.m., every child from Mrs. Gandy's class woke up, got out of bed, went downstairs, opened the front door, walked into the dark, and they never came back.
Yeah.
So it's very mysterious. It reminded me of Stephen King a little bit, actually. Because of the small town thing,
He does like his dark.
Also, it reminded me of Stephen King a lot because he always does kids. He always does kids, that sounds weird. He has kids in a lot of his stuff. And, kills kids as well, which is you think that they could do it. The scene when James runs into the woods and he sees the aunt looking at him smart like that, it reminded me of Pennywise. I was like, that could be Pennywise, right there.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it too. There's a few theories I wanted to talk to you about that I'd seen on Reddit. But first I want to talk about the casting because obviously this is directed by Zach Cregger, who did Barbarian, which we saw.
Great film.
Yeah.
Another potential.
It was good.
It could have been an Oscar.
It was
nomination.
Good. We enjoyed the whole thing with that.
Everyone I know, I went and recommended it to everybody, and they all told me it was a great
The whole
film.
thing with that, which is the same with this, is that you don't want to know anything going in, like the marketing. Because with Barbarian, the whole thing with the whole Justin Long thing in that is like you don't know it at all. You learn it's like a completely weird thing. In this, it's like the storytelling, the linear storytelling of this is something that I didn't know was going to happen, and all these different characters. We said it was kind of like Pulp Fiction. I mean, a lot of movies do this where it's like
it was vignettes, wasn't it?
Yeah,
about the different people that were in it. Yeah, it was great. It was great. It was really, really, really.
But yeah, it's Zach Cregger did Barbarian. He actually produced Companion earlier this year, which we do like.
We like that. Yeah,
I love Companion.
Yeah, it was different. Not really a horror film, but
and he wrote and directed and produced this. Also composed. Interesting.
Wow.
But yeah, really, I like all of these so far. Like that he's coming out with. Really good.
This guy's a blockbuster maker.
Cast-wise, it's Julia Garner from Ozark, which you've seen.
She was
great.
Enjoy.
This is
the best she's ever been.
We saw her in the Royal Hotel a few years ago, which we were just talking about Australia. We just did the Bring It Back review. We were talking about Australian movie horror, and I forgot to mention the Royal Hotel. Wolfman, which, fun fact, at our movie theatre, still has the poster
advertising it.
Advertising Wolfman.
God, that was an hour ago. But that wasn't a really good film.
No,
that wasn't her fault.
Yeah, she was good in that, but we're not huge Wolfman fans. Josh Brolin, who plays
he was great
the dads in this.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot. First of all, those are the only two I knew, but then you also have like Alden Ehrenreich, who was in Cocaine Bear, which I know you don't.
I don't rate it. I know a lot of people like it, but I don't. He played the cop, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, he was good. He was good.
I mean, you've got a lot. It's pretty good cast.
It was strong all the way through. Yeah.
Including the sorry, let me find. It's Alex Lilly, Carrie Christopher, who is 9 years old.
Who plays
Alex, and he, he's really good.
He was good, because he's quite creepy in it. And then you find out,
when it cuts to his vignette,
he's the one who's doing, and it's not. He's like under real pressure, isn't he?
So
I can make your parents hurt themselves.
I can make them eat. I can make them eat each other. If I wanted to. Yeah, that was freaky. But yeah, so we enjoy. There's a few different things I want to talk about from Reddit.
Go on, then.
People had theories about. Now, the movie's title, Weapons, is interesting when you look at the movie like in itself. It doesn't feel like that. Title. It feels weird.
What are the weapons?
There is a scene in this where Josh Brolin's character has a dream where he's running after. He's one of the dads, which you'll know if you've seen it. He runs after his son and basically sees a big AK-47 in the sky.
He does, yeah.
And the leading theory for a few different other things that I'll mention is the fact that this movie is supposed to be about a school shooting. It's supposed to be like reminiscent of that, which includes like the empty classroom scenes or the whole news, the memorials outside when like none of these kids are gone, but there's like memorials outside. It's supposed to have the vibes of like a small town aftermath of a school shooting. And I think it's interesting, we're British, we grew up in England, like school shootings was never a thing at school, like how in America they do like drills for it.
Well, you've worked in America and
and we've had to have
it's
drills.
Just a natural thing, isn't it?
For like
active shooter.
I've worked in camps where in America with young kids where we've had drills for what to do if hiding under beds and not coming out and not hearing a word, the sirens that are going to go over, like for these little kids. We've in schools we had fire drills every now and then, but fire is a natural thing that happens entire well. Like you don't even.
We've got an obligation to do it.
In tribes in Papua New Guinea, they have fires.
They're obliged to do it.
But
over there, but it's horrible.
So I've never had it be even think about like sending my kid to school. Well,
so is it
my potential child and having the school shooter thing?
So is this supposed to be the aftermath?
It's kind of like
potential school shooting.
Yeah, it's more just like. I mean, first of all, the director and nobody's really said that, but I think because of that scene with that AK-47 in the sky, which is like kind of comes out of nowhere, the title Weapons, and the like Alex, it could be like he's the one kid that didn't get hurt. Like, it feels, the scene of her going into the classroom and it all being empty, it just feels really...
And he's just the only one there, yeah.
But a lot of people on Reddit had the same thing, that it was kind of... Yeah, about that. Including the ending where it said, it had mentioned, some of these kids are even starting to talk again. It's like PTSD from what happened, like PTSD from school shooting. From anything really, but if you're going on that vibe of this, it's weird again because I didn't get that at all, that point, but a lot of people did.
Yeah.
And
I never understood the gun. Why it would be there. Because she took... The witch took the children because she needed the power, didn't she?
Witch. Yeah.
To cure her of her cancer and what have you that she'd got, which it did. She sucked their energy, didn't she?
Okay, yeah, so some people, with the imagery, a bunch of kids vanishing, this movie is obviously about school shootings in some way. With the whole, assault rifle and his nightmare sequences. So, I don't know. I think people take takes from a lot of things, and I think the inclusion of that in his dream is a bit odd if you're not trying to have that vibe of a school shooting, and I don't know if that is what was supposed to be. Do
you think it's an anti-gun statement?
To try and say, I think I had actually seen as well, some people online say that it could be about how kids need to be protected, and they look up to people, and everyone who was supposed to help them in this movie just didn't. Teachers, parents, the police, the school principal, maybe hospital workers, none of them, all these kids went missing,
and nobody could stop that.
None of them, but it's they really couldn't stop it because of the whole supernatural elements to it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's anti-gun or anything. There's not really a gun in this at all. Oh well, there is, I guess. In the end, she does shoot 2 people with it. So maybe Julia Garner shoots Paul, but it's they're possessed. So it's what is the...
Are they possessed? Well, they are possessed, aren't they? It's the fact that the witch has to have some of their possessions, doesn't she?
I think also, now that I'm thinking about it, it could be... Alex in this movie is a loner who is terrorized by his classmates, and he chooses, through no fault of his own, to make all his classmates disappear, and that could maybe be seen as he's had enough, but it's not, because he's being manipulated by her.
He had no choice. He had no choice. His parents were... The witch, who was the auntie, who they wanted, who'd come to live with them, as is explained, because his dad's telling him, I don't know her, you don't know her, even your mum doesn't know her very well, but she's really ill, and we have to take her in because she's family, and then suddenly they're sitting there like zombies, all the house taped up, all the windows covered up and everything, and they're just sitting there not moving.
To be fair, somebody does say here, okay, there's a line, I think the line where Josh Brolin says something like, it's weaponizing our kids at the thing they have, the speak, where all the parents go. And
the meeting, the town meeting.
I can't remember what it's called. There's a line, he says, it's weaponizing our kids, summarizes what the director is trying to say, it turns kids into weapons, sometimes even literally with shootings. I think that it's intentional. But then later down here, someone says, for whatever it's worth, the director firmly denies it's about school shootings.
Yeah,
so I guess
I don't see that.
But a lot of people here did, so I thought it was worth mentioning that, because we didn't get that vibe.
Why is the gun in the sky? I don't understand. That is some sort of statement. Because I said to you in the cinema, I know I said a lot of things, but I said to you in the cinema, why is that gun in the sky? Why is it there? That huge gun.
I do think that it's interesting, though, that somebody does say it's interesting how poorly people treat each other based on false assumptions or misdirected anger. And yet Gladys is always given the benefit of the doubt, a manipulative person who takes advantage of others. Because in this, the whole thing is that, 17 kids in Miss Gandhi's class disappear. She has been, investigated to hell, like, it's been a month since.
They've ripped her apart, yeah.
But Josh Brolin's characters, think she's involved, which does, is a bit sus that is just her class, but she has been investigated.
She's the only clue.
And, it's like she's the town scapegoat, kind of.
Yeah, but she stays in the town. That's interesting. That would make me think
I think that it would look well sus if she left.
Yeah, but she's not from that town. Because she's already been... But her history, isn't it? The thing about her is, she's been dismissed from another post as a teacher.
Yeah.
For inappropriate behaviour with another staff member.
Uh-huh.
Now, if she got dismissed, maybe the other person did as well, the male did as well. Or was it just her? Because she pursues... She's a pro-am alcoholic barfly and part-time whore. And for a teacher, that is probably not the best thing to be, a teacher of young children.
She's not really a whore if she's sleeping with her ex-boyfriend one time.
It's not her ex-boyfriend.
No, they are. They dated.
Right. He was having an affair behind his wife's back.
They dated before the events of this movie, before he married her.
We never heard that.
It said on Wikipedia, so I assume it's...
that never got mentioned in the film.
Well, you were talking, so how would
that
you...
Never got mentioned. That never got mentioned in the film. So how many years is she supposed to have been with this guy? She was having...
One summer.
She had an affair with this guy, carried on behind his wife. She just sat there in the bar drinking. She knew the bartender by first name. Yeah, to the point where she was calling him. Yeah. When she originally went to the original meeting and she was really psyched out and she went to the off license. She went and got a litre of vodka, stood there, looked at him and got another litre of vodka to go with it. She drank every night to oblivion. Every single night to oblivion. I'm not saying that makes her a bad teacher, but she definitely got an alcohol problem. So had Paul, because when he's talking to Donna on the phone,
it's like
he says, she says, if you feel, are you going to go to a meeting? He went, no, I'm not going to go to a meeting. If I feel like I want to drink, then I will go to a meeting. She insists, or Mrs. Gandhi, insists on him having a drink, basically, knowing he's got a drink problem, just so she can get him back to her house and have sex with him. She's a bad person, all in all. She doesn't seem to understand why everyone looks at her. She should have left. She should have left the town. I don't know why she hung on there.
Probably been told you can't. Like, the police are probably like...
They'd have said you can leave the area, do not go out the state, yeah?
I wouldn't leave, I don't think. I feel like that's going to be...
I would have been scared that
It looks like you've done something wrong if you leave.
You're never going to survive that town. I don't mean survive as in get killed, but you're never going to get another job.
She doesn't know what's going on, though.
She doesn't. She's totally innocent. I know she is, because they don't know that this is witchcraft.
A witch?
That's what I mean. If a load of kids went missing and we had a school meeting, when you were little, if you'd have gone missing with all your classmates and we'd have gone to school, I wouldn't have stood there and go like, look, the one woman who's, just because the teacher's whole class has gone missing, it's obviously something to do with witchcraft and nothing to do with her. I wouldn't have said that because it wouldn't cross my mind that it's witchcraft. People are always going to blame her.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about the witchcraft side of things now, because it's supernatural. Like, that's the whole thing. I didn't think it was going to be supernatural.
No, I thought it was really.
I thought it was just going to be a real.
I thought it something to do with him. Was a kid.
Oh, really? Like he had.
Well, she has that dream. Admittedly, these are alcoholic fever dreams, but when she goes into the classroom and looks at him and his face is made up.
Yeah, that was
horribly,
weird. That was weird.
But that was. She's
because,
now thinking it's him.
Well, I think what that is so Gladys. Some people say on online too that she was in a Josh Brolin's dream, and so it was also in Justine's dream when she leans back and it's coming out the ceiling.
Yeah, you jump like hell when
that was real scary.
There was a couple of real good jump scares in there.
But I mean, it's kind of, we were saying this with Bring Her Back, it's a bit unknown what her, like, powers are, because the thing is, she is turning these people into catatonic states.
Catatonic,
can't even speak. But she's not hurting them, you know. You'd think that she should be sucking the life force out of them, but, like, she's not. Like, she's getting better because of them being there, but it's not
she's using them like a battery.
Not like they're dying. Oh, but I guess you're right, like, they aren't. She's using their energy, maybe.
They're running down, because at the end of the day, they never really recover, do they? Like, so at the end, some of the kids started talking again.
Yeah, and the parents were living in a hospital. My thing is that I thought that this was trying to be... Alright, so basically, before George A. Romero's
Zombie
Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, in 1960s, before then, from, like, I guess the 50s and 60s, zombies were actually basically this. They were human beings that were hypnotized to be, like, to make people do stuff for them.
To be under the power of another person.
And I thought this was, like, really close to, like, an original zombie. Before zombies became these brain-eating, like, whatever they are, you know, like, biting people, doing all that, they used to be hypnotized. There used to just be a regular person that got hypnotized to do the bidding for someone else, which is kind of what they are in this.
Well, she gets the thorn twig.
Yeah.
She wraps a ribbon around it, doesn't she? Or the piece of hair, or whatever is from that person.
Yeah.
She spikes her thumb on it, doesn't she? She puts some blood in it.
Yeah.
And then she snaps the twig, and it makes that person a target of the zombie type people. They go up and then do
they do feel like, like zombies. And I was like, that's not, it's cool because you never really see old school zombie kind of like that.
Because the headmaster...
because when Night of the Dead came out, it just switched, and then everything zombie related off that was just kind of the same thing. Like, you get infected.
You get like a little drop of blood.
So I like that, because it's like, she is a witch. I mean, first of all, I didn't know at first what was going on, and obviously Josh Brolin wrote witch on the side of the car. It's like a foreshadowing little thing, like, he's foreshadowing, it's kind of fun. I was like, is she just a human who's really into voodoo, or, like, black magic, but, like, she's not a witch or something? Because the thing is, you'd think that she would... she gets sick, you know, and it feels like...
Because she is just a human being. Yeah. She is a human being, but she knows witchcraft.
There's a few different... First of all, she says to Marcus, Benedict Wong, his parents are fine, they've just come... they have a touch of consumption.
Yeah.
He's like, wow, that's how people used to describe it on the Oregon Trail, and it's like, she's really old. They do it in other movies and stuff, which I think is funny, when someone who's super old, like vampire from so long ago, and they say phrases from like different times.
Jesus.
Yeah, and it's like, like,
she's old, she's been around a hell of a long time.
So they're saying the wrong, like, phrase that you won't say anymore. Which I actually thought was funny, because at first I, for some reason, thought this movie wasn't set in current day, because I didn't see any, like, technology and stuff.
Well, the cars are all brand spanking.
I know, but I don't really know cars. But when James, the addict, broke into Alex's house...
He was good.
Their TV was, like, smaller, and they had DVDs still, and I was like, is this set in the 1990s? But I think what it is showing that he's just not as wealthy as the other... families, where the other families who have smart TVs and stuff. Alex still has DVDs. He's
still a bit in the past,
Yeah.
Well, it's strange actually. You should mention DVDs, because I thought DVDs completely gone, completely thing in the past. And I was talking to a guy at work, and he's looking at buying a DVD player, and they're still around. You can still buy them.
Well, I have,
because people have DVDs.
I do get them sometimes. I have PS4 to play games and stuff, and I buy DVDs sometimes to watch. I mean, to be fair, when the internet goes sometimes, and it's not going to turn back on for another 24 hours. We're like, it's like our most prized possession. We're like,
you can still play films.
We can still watch stuff, because you don't need Wi-Fi to watch them. But I thought it was like set, you know, because it evidently showed it, because I can't remember the movie, but he even picked up and was like Flipper, or like a movie I used to like. I was like, is this set like in a different
era?
I don't know, but it's not, because they have iPhones, like, so obviously it's not. But I was like, that could have been cool to have it set, because the whole thing. I was watching Dead Meat. They were doing an episode on Dead Meat a lot.
We do like.
Well, they were doing an episode on Sinners, where at the end of the movie, Mary and Stack come in together, And
Yes.
they said it's so
In the
funny.
modern day,
It's so
yeah.
funny it's the 1990s. They said it's so funny because it's 60 years after the original attack in the 30s. I still wake up every night thinking of that night. They had said it's funny because the 1990s, early 1990s, is basically the last time that you could like fly under the radar.
Without
Like, you can't just go around like how they are. They're dead. Like they're vampires. They live forever. You really, after the 1990s, you couldn't just travel and go wherever you want without people knowing. You know how people like sneak into the country back in the day. You know, all these immigrants went into America in like the 30s or whatever because they could just sneak on. But now it's like, no, you can't just sneak anywhere. You have to. It's harder to be like a criminal. So that's what I was thinking. It would be interesting that if this was set in the 90s, where kids who went missing just went missing and there was no way to really find it because they had no DNA or anything like that. You know, they didn't have the technology they do now where you could look at a security camera and do all that.
When the junkie is trying car doors and he opens the car door and he finds the kid's bag and takes it out and there's like an iPad or what have you that's all smashed on the screen. So that's modern day. And he tries to sell it, and the guy doesn't want it. They goes to the pawn shop.
It is set, but I was thinking it would be interesting because I feel like a load of people went missing, like more than they do now, and were never found from again, never heard from again. Back in 20, 30 years ago,
people had
because it's just easy. You could just find the radio. You could just.
I bought my first mobile phone in '95, I think it was.
Okay.
And that phone was like a big one. So before then, you just rented one. They cost a fortune and everything. And suddenly, they started doing pay as you go. So I bought one. It was 150 quid. And all that phone did was make calls and receive calls. And then suddenly this thing came out called SMS, where you could message people, and it was a lot cheaper. You know, I'm going to so started using that. And then now, God, your phone is like a computer. The iPhone 16, they're making actual movies with it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like filming.
They're just incredible. But you now, if you meet someone, so the police, they meet someone, you go, what's your number? You go, I don't have a phone. They would find that extremely suspicious.
Yeah.
That you don't have a phone. They'd be going, even homeless people have phones. You know, why haven't you got a phone? So you're trying to fly under the radar.
Yeah.
Because they can trace that phone. They can find out what your calls were. They can go into it and
they can listen to the calls.
They can follow the GPS and see where you've been.
So it's like, that's why I was thinking it would be kind of crazy because all these, they had ring cameras to film the kids going out, but no one could clock. No one saw them, or there was a camera to see them going in that direction.
But they just all. But this is what Josh Brolin did, isn't he? He worked out because he.
It's kind of crazy because Josh Brolin goes to the police. I really like the scene when
he's talking to the chief.
And then later on when it's Paul's turn, it's like the aftermath of another guy talking to the chief, like, you need to just tell him that he's not the only one, his kids went missing. We're like, we're working on it, and it's like, oh great, funny, because obviously the linear storytelling, which is a really great aspect of this. I really love it. The way that it's told, I think that's great. But I do like the scene where he's talking about Justine, and he's like, she must have done it, he's like, no one pulled those kids out of the house. All right, so what am I seeing that what are you seeing that I'm not seeing?
Tell me.
Okay, because she wasn't there. All right, no, those kids left voluntarily.
And he was.
Tell me, I really want to know.
He was really understanding as well.
I really want to know what you are seeing that I'm not.
Because he was going. He said, like, if that was happened to my kid, I'd be sat where you are, and I'd be asking the same questions. Yeah. But believe me,
we are looking into
everything
it. I do love it when he was like, look, it's been a few weeks now, and I saw that you interviewed this person. I didn't hear anything. It's like, well, we don't report to you.
Yeah,
we're the police.
They report to me. Yeah,
so I really like that. Element.
He was kind but firm. He was kind,
but I did like when he's saying, like, what are you seeing that I'm not seeing? Because I'm investigating everything, and it's like, Josh Brolin then just one day is like, I'm gonna look into it more, and they're trying, but they.
Every day,
like they should have.
He came out and he stared in the same direction which his son had run away in. And then one day he comes out and he looks, and there's like a big tower behind it, which kind of like takes his attention, which is why he looks at the tower and draws the line, because he's a builder. He's got access to them, and he's messing up, isn't he? Because when he's going to the sites, they're going, you ordered the wrong paint, you didn't do this, you didn't tell this guy he could have a holiday. So he's really mad. He's going, oh, I'm sorry, he keeps, so to his the guy who's running the site. But he's got access to maps and things that we wouldn't. So he gets one with shows all the houses blocked, and he finds where the he looks at the tower that he's run towards, and he draws a line from his house, and he goes to the other people who've lost a child. And this shows how obsessed people get. He knocked on a door where one of these other children had run away from.
Yeah.
The mother comes to the door, and he explains that he knows she's got a ring and that the police have seen it, and he was asking if she could see it, if he could see it. She went, I'm not comfortable with that.
Yeah.
He should have walked away. He sits outside and waits for the husband to turn up, who is
Justin Long.
Yeah,
which is fun.
Good actor, we like him.
Somebody even commented before this movie came out, I can't wait for when Justin Long shows up halfway
through. He wasn't
halfway through.
Yeah.
Because of Barbarian.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he asks
he
him.
approaches him, and then the wife must have been like,
yeah,
Jesus Christ, man.
All right, see it if you want to see it.
I've already told you I'm
somebody
not
did
happy.
put that actually because they were saying that he's very angry
Yeah.
at women. Well, not at women, sorry, but like earlier
We've
on,
already
he
had
doesn't
this
talk
misogynist
he doesn't talk to his
discussion.
wife, and he's like really mean to Justine, and then he talks to the husband instead of the wife, kind of thing. But it's like I think it's just his son's gonna miss him.
Yeah.
Funny that you said about the car being locked though, because somebody said I'm convinced this whole movie was just a PSA on locking your car doors. I almost threw up when the mum climbed in the backseat with the scissors.
Oh, that was terrible.
I know.
That was awful. When she came out.
That is so freaky.
But was it the mum?
It was the mum.
It was the mum, was it? She came out because she'd fallen asleep. Mrs. Gandhi's in the car.
Yeah.
She's watching the house blatantly, just sitting across the road. I mean, she think they wouldn't notice this, and she passes out because she's drinking. She's pouring her vodka into a big Coke thing.
But when that mum comes out, it's freaky as hell. Anyway, what do you think the Rotten Tomatoes score is?
I think it's 95 on both.
87 audience, 95 on critic. But obviously that will go down because it's like been out for.
It was great.
But anyway, really good movie. You guys should
Go
go
and see
see
it.
it.
Don't miss it.
Bye.
Bye.